What's up, everybody? I am D Hill, and this is the Of Two Mindsets podcast. It's been a while since I got online, especially doing anything on video, but I'm back and here to have a little fun and say some things because I got some things on my mind. It's the holidays, so happy holidays to everybody, however you might celebrate. I know everybody celebrates in different ways, and there's a lot of heavy things going on in the world today, too. But we're not going to cover those things today. Just a few things that were on my mind that I'd like to talk about. And some of it is reflective, and some of it is advice. Who am I to give advice? Well, as you get older, everybody can give somebody some advice, right? First thing I want to talk about, and this is not really a holiday thing, it's more one of those reflective things I was talking about. And when we get around a bunch of people and we start talking about the things that we see, especially when we see younger people, one of the common things you hear other people say is that if we had done that in my neighborhood, man, everybody and their mama would have whipped me. And then when I got home, my mama would have whipped me too. I look back on my neighborhood and I try to think about whether or not that's true. And I'm in my 40s now, and I'm sure a lot of people who are watching this, the three of you, are probably in that same age group. That never happened in my neighborhood. I grew up in a mostly black neighborhood, and we were not wealthy, and it was typical. But we lived in a rural area, but there was not that type of where if I did something wrong at a neighbor's house, they never punished me like that. They might send you home, but I don't remember ever getting spanked or whipped at somebody else's house, even if it was someone close to the family. And we were crazy boys. We rode bicycles through people's yards. We had BB guns and we shot cans. We even shot birds and other things. And we were some pretty rough kids, good kids, but we did stuff that was worthy of spankings, I guess you would say. And I never had a neighbor to put hands on me. Not that it was like I would threaten them or something, but I'm talking about from childhood on through my teenage years. That never happened. So I'm wondering, did this really happen in a widespread way in your neighborhood? Maybe the older generations, but again, I was born in the 70s and grew up in the 80s and 90s. I never saw that happen with any of the people that I grew up with. And I'm just wondering, put it in the comments. Did you actually see this happen where if you got into trouble or did something crazy at a neighbor's house, did it really happen that they punished you by whipping you or beating you? Come on. Surely that didn't happen to everybody, but everybody seems to say that it does. Let me know. Talk amongst yourselves, but share it with us. Did that really happen where you grew up? I want to know. A lot of the fun that we had was in the Christmas spirit on Christmas morning when everybody would come outside and show off their new bicycles. There was nothing better for a boy like me than getting a new bicycle for Christmas. I remember one time I got a chrome mongoose bike, and that was the best thing ever. But as we grow up, the holiday is more about spending time with everybody. I particularly love a good house party. And a house party is a time to share those experiences that I was just talking about. But I have learned some things over the years about the holiday season, especially parties. So, for instance, the one advice I wanted to give, maybe two, one for hosting and one for coming to a party. First of all, if you host a party, invite people that you want to come and let it be known that that's who you want to come. I remember asking someone about a party later, and they had hosted something, not necessarily during the Christmas season, but they said, "Oh, you could have come." And I thought to myself, that is the worst invite possible. You could have come. If I don't get an invite, that means you didn't expect me to come, or perhaps had no intention of me coming. So, my advice, if you're hosting a party, invite everybody that you want to come. Let them know that you want them there, and don't invite the people that you don't want to be there. It's really as simple as that. So, have fun. Nothing like a great house party. This advice is probably for the younger crowd. When I was a young man in my 20s, I would go to house parties, and I remember particularly a party that was thrown by a manager at my workplace at the time. And I brought a big bottle. I don't remember what it was. It was probably Jack Daniels, knowing me. But at the end of the party, we had a great time and everything. Everybody had their drinks, and it was over. And not talking about drinking and driving or nothing like that. Just, it was the end of the party. It was time to go home. I went and got my big bottle, like what was left of it, and started heading out the door. And this guy, a little bit older than me, said, "What are you doing, man?" I said, "What? I'm just getting my bottle. I'm about to head out." He said, "No. When you bring something to the party, especially a drink, it now belongs to the host. So please remember that. When you take something to a house party, especially a drink, you're bringing that as a gift to the person who hosted the party. That's part of the perks of hosting a party. You get to keep the bottles afterward. And there's nothing better than having months-long drinks after you host a party. It's part of the payment and part of the reward. So just remember, and if you're cheap, hey, don't buy something expensive and take it to the party. Buy something that you can afford to give away. It's as simple as that. Those are my little holiday tips, and I hope everybody has a safe, first of all, holiday, and get out there and enjoy family. Another thing I did this holiday that I haven't done in a while is I sent out some cards. What do you call them? Holiday cards to people who I don't get to see all the time, people that I do care about. I didn't put any money in them. It was just some kind words in the holiday spirit. And I think that is something special. And a lot of people have gotten away from that. There's nothing like a greeting card, getting it in the mail, seeing that someone took the time to write something. It says that they were thinking of you, even if they haven't seen you in a while. It's a little bit better and more special than a text because they had to take time to walk into the mailbox, to write down the words, to fill the envelope, maybe lick it, to put a stamp if it's not already a pre-stamped envelope. It means they took the time and they were thinking about you. So that's a little something special you can still do if you haven't bought gifts for everybody who might fit into that category. Send them a greeting card. I promise you, it'll mean something to that person regardless of how small the gesture might be. It's better than no gesture at all, and it'll remind them that somebody is thinking of them. That's all I have for right now. Just getting back into this video thing, and I hope it meant something to somebody, and hope my little bit of advice goes somewhere. If you have any ideas yourself, please leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. What can I do differently? And please like and subscribe. I'll do more of these videos as time goes on. Thank you for watching. I'm D Hill, and this is Of Two Mindsets. Take care.